Hi there students, so as promised I'm making another screencast and this one is part 1 of the 6 parts that I will make to address the worksheet that we were given in class 2 weeks ago. Yes, so let's start with reading our question. Mary Watkins has kept a record of her commute time to work since she started working at CPUT. The accepted commute time from Mary's house to CPUT is 40 minutes with a standard deviation of 10 minutes. So that if we analyze that sentence, the accepted commute time, we realize that that sentence speaks to us about the population data. Accepted means that this is known data. And it also then means that that is the data that will be in our null hypothesis and our alternate hypothesis. If we proceed, also knowing that it's an hypothesis test, we understand and we expect that we will also be given sample data. So if we read further, this past month, Mary has decided to try a new route to work over a period of 20 days. 20 days would then be our in. And as I explained in class, it is very useful to jot things down as we understand them when we read our question. So the population data, accepted commute time, that is mu. So mu in the case of Mary's accepted time is 40 minutes. And then standard deviation of 10 minutes. And because, once again, that's population data, standard deviation would be sigma. Okay, reading on. That she used this new route, the variance in terms of time has been 64 minutes. So, interesting, now we read about variance and we know that there's a relationship between variance and standard deviation. And the relationship between variance and standard deviation is standard deviation squared is variance. So, with the sample of 20, we found we're not given the mean, but we're given the new variance. So if variance, the new variance based on the sample is 64, the standard deviation we understand is then 8, because that would obviously be variance square rooted. Okay, at 95% confidence level, conduct a test to determine if the variance between the old and the new route is the same. And so we are specifically asked to test variance. And in such a case, we know that the CHAI test is the most applicable. So what we also know from class is the first step to hypothesis testing is to state our null hypothesis and our alternate hypothesis. So our null hypothesis always contains population data. So we state our variance. This is what we're going to set out to prove. Our variance, our population variance is 100 because the standard deviation is 10, which would mean that variance is equal to 100 minutes. Our alternate hypothesis always states the opposite of our null hypothesis. So our alternate hypothesis would be the variance is not equal to 100.